So we are back to finish cleaning out that email. So in our previous video, you learned how to find the email, how to make what are called labels in Gmail. Now we're going to actually finish cleaning out all those emails from last year. So last video, you should have made a folder for last year's stuff, whether that was 6th grade for you or 8th grade for you. And then you also should have made a label for this year, whether that's your 9th grade year or your 7th grade year. And then under each one of those, you should have made a label of each class that you take. So if you look over here to my left side on my screen, you can see I've got my 7th grade label, my Math 7 label underneath that, and my Social Studies label. You should obviously have more for each class that you're in. So what you should do when you're looking at your inbox, you should be able to see a point where the messages and the emails, they stop being about this year and they start being about last year. So I want you to go and take your mouse and select, just click on the little box and go through and select all of the emails. Chromebook's being a little slow today. Select all of the emails that are from this school year, this most recent since we started this September. Once you have all those selected, and feel free to pause the video if you're still selecting, we're going to take all those emails for this year and we're going to move them into that label we created for this year, for our 9th grade year or your 7th grade year. So you can see I still have all these emails selected because they're all blue and they have this little check mark here. If you take your mouse, so it's in those blue selected emails, click, but hold the click down. Don't just click and let go. Click and hold. And then use one of your other fingers while you're still holding to drag that mouse to that left-hand side of your screen. You can see a little box is popping up and it's asking, it's saying move all 10 conversations. So you're going to move that until it's highlighted on your this year folder, because these are all the emails for this year. So if that's 7th grade for you, then you're moving them to the 7th grade folder. If that's 9th grade for you, you're moving them to the 9th grade folder. Once you've got it highlighted on the folder you want to put it in, you can go ahead and let go, and that will move those pieces in there for you. Okay. So, next. Now, if you go back to your email, since you selected and moved all of this year's email into your this year folder, everything left in your inbox should be stuff from previous years. So what you can do now is if you go to the top up here and click this top box, that will give you the option to select all of those emails in that page. If you have bold emails, which means that they're unread, that you haven't clicked on them and actually read them, we can very easily get rid of them by clicking on these 3 dots and clicking mark as read. You'll see that that took those bolded emails and unbolded them. I'm going to undo that action because this is my husband's email and I don't want him to get mad at me. So once you clicked those 3 little dots to mark them all as read, just like we did last time, you can click and drag those emails over to your last year's folder. And just continue doing that until all of your emails are organized, until you don't have, 570 some emails sitting in your inbox there. Then what you can do is you can come back to this 7th grade or your current year folder, and you can go and you can actually organize all those emails. So if you've got an email from Mrs. Gines is social studies, you can select all of the Gines emails and drag them into the social studies folder. Any email that you've got from me, from Malinowski, that can get selected and dragged and organized into your math folder. Keep doing this until your inbox is clean, because I promise you, the sooner you do this, the less time you'll have to spend keeping your email organized throughout the year. Last thing, email is a chore, ladies and gents. Email is a chore. It is something that needs to be done and needs to be looked at and organized and cleaned up at least on a weekly basis. So make sure at least once a week you are cleaning out your email. And if you you have any questions or need anything, don't hesitate to send me an email. All right, there we go.